Okay, so one of the strategies that I implemented in regards to the individualized intervention was using the manned model prompting procedure. I did this on a mid-tech device, which was the GoTalk 4. So this strategy is used to develop and practice emerging communicative skills. And within this context, I use this on a student who was working on developing the appropriate way to communicate, requesting for her preferred food or drink items. And again, I picked the strategy because it's a skill she's still learning to develop, and it's in kind of the beginning stages. And so the first component within the strategy is to establish joint attention. And what I did in my video was whatever food or drink item that I started with, I kind of put it up to her eye gaze level, and I interacted with it in different ways. I was vocalizing the sound to kind of get her interested and making sure that she was looking at the food item and then myself. And I also was like smelling it and pretending to eat it and stuff just to get her attention going. Then I gave the verbal stimuli or verbal command, tell me I want blank, which in this case was either popcorn or juice. So the the behavior response I was looking for the student was touching the I want symbol and then whatever food or drink item that was on the Go Talk. So if she demonstrated this correctly, then I would give her the reinforcement of the actual food item or drink, either way. So that was for the correct response. When she gave an incorrect response, when I gave the verbal command, tell me I want blank, I would then model it for her on her device, saying I want, and then juice, or I want popcorn. And then if there was no response, then I would repeat the verbal command, tell me I want whatever. And then if she had no response again, or if it was incorrect, I would then model it for her, saying on her device, I want food, or I want popcorn, or I want juice. For the goal I selected for this particular student was that by December of 2018 in the special education classroom, N will independently select, that is to touch two static display symbols, which include the I want and whatever preferred food or drink item that's presented on the device, to communicate with a teacher and or paraprofessional for 4 out of 5 trials per school day, for 2 consecutive weeks as recorded by school special education personnel. And within the setting and context of instruction, I was thinking this would be in a discrete trial-based setting. In the video I provide with the strategy being implemented, the instructors facilitating and directing pretty much all the instruction, and it's a very highly structured and scripted format, so that the student can easily associate and gradually learn how to appropriately communicate requesting her preferred food or drink items. And the AAC device, again, is a GoTalk 4. 4 symbols are presented on each slide, and there are 4 different kind of levels, so to speak, so you can put different slides for each level on the GoTalk. And it goes up from 1 to 4, so there can be a total of 16 different symbols that the student could use on this GoTalk device. And Nettie was the student in this case, and I was being the teacher. Okay, just adding a couple more points here with the description of the aided AAC device. Again, this is a GoTalk 4. It's considered a mid-tech device, and the type of symbols I had on were, again, I want, popcorn, drink, which were her, or which is, the drink is a Capri Sun, which was her preferred drink item, and popcorn was her preferred food item, and then all done. And this is again a static display because you can't move the symbols when they're presented on one slide.
Three, two.
All right. Popcorn. Tell me, I want popcorn.
I want popcorn.
Popcorn. Yums, yums. Drink. Tell me, I want drink.
I want popcorn.
I want
Drink.
drink. Popcorn. Tell me, I want popcorn. Tell me, I want popcorn. Okay.
I want
popcorn.
popcorn.
Tell me, I want drink.
I want drink.
Drink. Tell me, I want popcorn. Tell me, I want popcorn.
I want drink. I want popcorn.
Popcorn. Tell me, I want drink.
I want drink.
Drink. Good job. Tell me, I want popcorn. I want popcorn.
I want popcorn.
Popcorn. Yum yum popcorn. Alright. Drink. I want, tell me, I want drink.
I want popcorn. I want drink.
Drink. Popcorn. Tell me, I want popcorn. Tell me, I want popcorn.
I want popcorn.
Popcorn. Alright, good. The other strategy I'm implementing is using aided language modeling with one of my students. And this strategy is to help create a language-rich learning environment by helping the learner acquire proficiency with learning how to use symbols presented on their AAC device to help them communicate within various contexts or when certain verbal cues or stimuli are presented. And by doing this and responding to the things that they communicate, it just offers more opportunities for their communication skills to develop and flourish. And then with this strategy, what I'm going to do is first gain attention by interacting in the activity with my student, which is going to be kind of like our break time. So he can color, which is something he's interested in. So he's using crayons to color. And then he also can request for a little snack in between. So selecting the icons on his device will be the next step, so that they learn the display and vocabulary in word order, and then I will repeat and model this for him. And just another thing to point out, that he has the skill set to pull off and then place his each of his symbols on the communication strip, so all of his motor abilities are within that range. And he is still developing, but it pretty much has a solid grasp on what each symbol represents. Possible characteristics for the student that would benefit from this strategy would be student K. He's a 4th grade student, 9 years old, and he has an intellectual disability and is nonverbal. He's in an FLS classroom elementary setting, and he enjoys interacting with peers, and he likes to engage or attempt to engage in social interactions, but does not engage appropriately with the appropriate behaviors of communicating, and that is mainly including initiating conversations, so like starting off with the greeting. Instead, he will push or grab a student to gain attention, and some of the things that he enjoys doing in his free time is drawing and coloring. So those were some options for words for him to select in regards to appropriately requesting items using his device. With his device, just continue practicing it on the low-tech system I made would help him identify and use the appropriate symbols to convey his intended messages. So he has intention and stuff, but it's just working on, again, continuing to identify the appropriate symbols and behaviors to communicate what he wants, as well as initiating appropriate greetings to gain student or staff attention. And the setting and context that I chose for this particular scenario was during break or free time, and that's definitely more during activity-based instruction, where both students and staff have the opportunity for potential communicative interactions, and the staff or the teacher doesn't always have to lead instruction, and students have the opportunity to engage in preferred or leisure-based tasks within the classroom. And so for my device for this strategy, I use is a low-tech device, and it's just a communication binder that I created. It has a static display with 12 main vocabulary words selected. And from these 12 symbols, they include greetings, farewells, to practice those appropriate social interactions, preferred colors and materials that he likes to use when he's drawing or coloring, and preferred food items for the student to practice requesting. And again, I guess you can kind of mold that requesting with the colors, materials that you need to color, and food items. So that whole idea of just requesting for those specific objects or items. And for this strategy, I was being the role as the teacher, and my friend Jordan was playing the student. All right, time for some coloring. Jordan, which color would you like? Okay, let's see. I want red crayon. Tell me which crayon color you would like. So I want red crayon. Here you go. Oh wow, that's a cool house you got there. A red house. Oh! Pretzels. Would you like a pretzel? Oh, pretzel. Okay. I want pretzel. Good. Here you go. Good job asking for pretzel. Oh, that's warm. House has nice roof shingles and shades. Oh. Blue. I want blue crayon. Which pick? Blue. Nice job. Blue. Would you like the green? Pick which color? Green. Nice job. So I want green crayon. You can follow with me. So point I want green crayon. Here you go. Would you like a pretzel? Another pretzel? Oh, nice job. Okay, so I want pretzel. Pretzel. There you go. Ooh, that's a cool person. He's all green. And like the grass. Red. Would you like the red? Alright. So I want red crayon. Here you go. Good job asking for red crayon. Oh, this thing logged out of me.